Hello and welcome to another episode of What We Do in Your House. Today we're going to talk about magnet filters. What are magnet filters? What do they do and why should you have it? Magnet filters is what it says it does. It's a magnet and it catches debris. Genius. Some engineers thought of how can we take out rust and prevent your system from getting ruined, and how can we prevent it to go into the boiler. So what they've done is they've created a magnet. We put the magnet into the system, all the water that comes back to the boiler goes through that magnet and it catches quite well. On the previous videos, as you've seen on the power flush, we do have a very large magnet which that picks up a lot of debris. But when you have a clean system, you don't need such a big magnet. You can do with a small magnet, which over the year gets serviced and gets cleaned out. Today we're going to talk about a magnet filter on a system already. So for example, this magnet filter prevents the water from going back with dirt to the boiler and it catches it into the filter. It prolongs the boiler, it prolongs very sensitive parts in the boiler which eventually do break if the dirt was to go into the boiler. For example, the plate heat exchanger is a very fragile part in the boiler. With any dirt catching into it, that plate heat exchanger is blocked. Other sensors, little pipe work where the boiler flows water through it, if that gets blocked, sometimes it can even be a new heat exchanger, which can be very cost effective. Okay, now we're going to show you how we clean a magnet filter. Okay, this can be done by customers and it can also be done by engineers, but it's very important that you ask your engineer to do it at the time when he does a boiler service, and if not, then ask them what it will cost to have it done, because after all, you do want to make sure that magnet filter is clean, so at least if there is dirt in it, it's not getting blocked up, because once it gets blocked up, it's quite difficult to unblock it, and in some cases the magnet filter will need to be replaced if it's quite dirty. Okay, this is the Valent magnet filter. Valent actually have come up with two different filters, the Advanced filter and the Protect Kit filter. This is the Protect Kit filter, which actually has a strainer in them, basically a mash strainer. The Advanced, I like personally, it has a much more premium strain in it, which catches a lot more debris. There's so many magnet filters, I'm not going to start naming them all, but there's quite a lot of them on the market. It's important that you speak to your engineer and go by his recommendation. Personally, my choice is the Valent Advanced filter. They're great filters. They strain so much dirt compared to a lot of other filters I've seen on the market. That's my personal choice, and that's what I like to give to my clients. This one, okay, does a good job, but not as good as the Advanced. Okay, so this is the Protect Kit system, what Valent have made as well, but this is the first generation. The second one is the Advanced. As you can see, this over here, this black thing dislodges. So if you was to pull it down, basically on either side it has a magnet. Be very careful where you put this next to, because it's a very powerful magnet. Okay, so put the magnet down, and then what you've got is something called the brass body. Okay, in the brass body there could be a lot of debris at this moment. Okay, and what this debris is metal debris. Okay, and it's very common on dirty heating systems and systems which have been used for quite a while and not been power flushed, for dirt to catch up. It's normal for a system to corrode over time, but not too much. Okay, so what I'm going to show you is how you clean a filter. If you're comfortable doing it, do it. If not, then don't do it and wait for a professional to do it for you. Okay, I'm going to take my bucket and I'm going to put my bucket underneath the filter. Okay, so in this case I'll put my bucket over there, and there's a little valve right over there which I can basically attach my spanner to it and open it up. As the second I open it, I start to release water. I tap it a little bit so it does shake out a bit of dirt. Okay, and as you can see in the bucket, it's actually caught in quite a bit of thing. I'll turn off my valve, so my valve is now turned off. This is the water we've just taken out from the system. As you can see, there's lots of black bits flying around in there, and those little bits are actually pieces of metal debris. okay, which has been stopped by the magnet filter in the brass cavity. Now what could have happened is these dirt could have gone into the boiler, block up, let's say, the plate heat exchanger, sensors, certain sensitive parts in the boiler. It could have costed yourself or the manufacturer a lot of money to repair. Hence the reason manufacturers do require for you to have a magnet filter fitted with every new installation you have done, and also it should be serviced and cleaned out every year so it protects the boiler and the boiler works more efficient. I hope that was helpful, and I hope now you understand what a magnet filter is and why it's important to have a magnet filter. If you have any questions, feel free to comment and ask, and we will get back to you and respond. Like, subscribe, and do share to anybody who wants to know what a magnet filter is and should have a magnet filter on their system. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you on the next video. Bye bye.